So on the topic of sharing, and often this moment comes up not just at the interview, but well before, when a recruiter or a form on a website says, so what are your salary requirements? How does one answer that question? Is it something that you deflect, or do you embrace the moment and go with it and find some way to answer that actually works for you? Harriet, what are your thoughts on that one?
Well, ideally, they are supposed to tell you that this salary or this is a range between, A and B. Is that acceptable to you? Yes or no? That practice, though, isn't utilized by most recruiters or most organizations. Having said that, though, I typically suggest that executives think of what their range is. And I also ask them to think about compensation, not just salary. But what are the tangibles and intangibles that are important to you? Is it time off? Are you a member of a particular board or nonprofit organization that you need, 2 weeks off a year or whatever it is for a retreat? Is continuing education important to you? What about going to conferences and those kinds of things? So it's really first and foremost stating that I really want to look at the total compensation here. And so what are the other alternatives, between bonuses versus base salary versus whatever, fill in the blank. So defer, number one, if you can. And secondarily, try to frame it more broadly. And last but not least, please know that just about everything is negotiable at the end of the day. Once you determine that you can't live without that company and they can't live without you. But there's a long way to go before you get to that point. Recruiters use it as an easy screening tool.